Heard of Pizzagate? You might have heard of certain types of pizza being used as a code word for very horrible and illegal things that are shared online. Say no more. Here are a few examples of some of the unusual uses of pizza in the Epstein files. The Epstein files contain over 900 references to pizza with an unclear meaning. This message says, she looks pregnant. And he says, you mean radiating a soft glow with the look of bliss and excitement? Yeah, that's the pizza. Says, I wanted to let you know that the crew really appreciated the pizza today. Thanks for letting us do that. Right? Not thanks. We really appreciate. Thanks for letting us do. Thanks for letting us do that. We gave you pizza. Thanks for letting us. Okay. Let's say 4 p.m. It shouldn't take too long. Maybe a couple of hours for the casting. Then I will make pizza. I will make the pizza mold after. I'll have it ready for when you come back. Since we're not going for crazy detail, you can just either wear skin tight nylons or just a thong if you want, or nothing. It's entirely up to you. But this one's mostly going to be about contours. What? Pizza mold. This is from Harry Fitch to Jeffrey Epstein. Holy shit, Chunky. I forgot about that. What time do you want to get pizza and grape soda tomorrow? Is this how adults talk? Is this how adults that are the high minds of finance talk about what they're getting up to? Pizza and grape soda? The subject line of this, it says, spoof on Chandelier, the video I sent you of the amazing little girl dance. Said, totally loved it. Pizza party was great. We had a lot of fun, stayed late, and we all slept in yesterday morning. Your night was good? This one, alert, send pizza to Bobby. Send pizza to Bobby. Make sure Bobby gets some pizza. Your pizza is yummy, yummy. Thank you for the pizza today. Really good, XO, smiley face, blank. No pizza for breakfast. And go and do your homework. Take care, Mike. Big redaction. Daphne Wallace to Jeffrey Epstein. May I bring in your slice of pizza to you? Respectfully, Daphne. Another message to Jeffrey Epstein, vacation@gmail.com. I didn't do it. Here is a joke of the day. What does a gynecologist and a pizza boy have in common? They can smell it, but they can't eat it. Right. Another message from Erin Coe. Says, also, I just want to say, I think that pizza is going to be extra challenging to pull off. It's not chocolate or sugar, which starts out liquid and hardens. Under the best of circumstances, pizza dough can be a pain in the ass, pardon the expression, to work with. Normally, you want to cook it lying flat. Even cake batter is easier, so just keep that in mind. It might be really hard to get the pizza thing to work, but I'll make you a bakeable mold. Reply said, yeah, there's nothing like butt cake. Those whose names are involved have deleted all social media. Demons live above us. Cheese pizza and grape soda. Shit is subtle as a brick to the face. People are saying, what is a pizza mold? Saying it might actually mean a pizza mold, lol. They refer to sugar and chocolate molds in the last slide in reference to making a cake. I don't think I've ever seen these food items be purported to be used as hidden slang by PDFs referring to sugar and chocolate. People saying, I highly doubt that. Why would they randomly start talking about food alongside? I don't think they're smart enough to do that solely for the purpose of casting doubt. Just look at this quote. Maybe a couple hours for the casting with the words ass in capitals. Then I'll make a pizza mold after. I'll have it ready for when you come back. Since we're not going for crazy detail, you can just wear either skin-tight nylons or a thong if you want. Considering they capitalized ass in the same thread about bad stuff and talked about revealing clothing in the sentence immediately after, it probably does mean something else. Casting might refer to selecting a star, and molding to sound like means preparing a set. Sickening shit. It says they're making the mold to make a butt-shaped cake and possibly a pizza. That's why the pain in the ass pun and the butt cake reference at the end seems like some boomer bachelor party shit, considering his other emails are not exactly subtle. Okay?
The higher the pressure.
The bro, the effing files are just straight up say, did I torture her? I enjoyed the girls. Your litless one was very naughty. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble, Jelaine. I'm glad I know I didn't kill her. I don't think these fuckers cared about subtlety or code words. It says, no wonder 90% of the files have been fully redacted, bro. Most of the emails just, hello, PDF. Do you want to do PDF stuff with other PDFs tomorrow? Regards, PDF. Saying, look around, ain't no consequences. This is the one about the torture video. Where are you? Are you okay? I love the torture video. Like, they didn't even try and hide it. Sent from my BlackBerry. Okay, so some people don't believe it, right? Do you guys ever just get defeated with the world, like nothing's going to get better and it's going to change for the worse? I feel you. Okay, now interestingly, okay, this word, the word pizza, right, it has got a lot of connections over the years. I ain't even talking about Pizzagate. I'm talking about one of the people that maybe was, whose name came up with those same things. This word pizza and its nefarious usage has actually been connected to former President Bill Clinton, who was allegedly close to Epstein, and his 1998 scandal with the White House intern Monica Lewinsky that basically blew apart the presidency, let's say. No pun intended for sure.
The president speaks forcefully with his most emphatic denial yet of sex and lies in the Monica Lewinsky case.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never.
At the same time, Special Prosecutor Ken Starr increases the pressure on Lewinsky to testify against the president as the White House remains under fire.
So you remember this, right? This was a little storm in a teacup compared to what's going on now. But at the height of the investigation, a poem would circulate that Lewinsky had reportedly written as a child, where she metaphorically described herself as a slice of pizza.
We happen to have someone who sent us Monica Lewinsky's poem that she wrote in 9th grade. Actually, not in 9th grade, when she was a 9-year-old. And I know I'm going to rot in hell eternally for this, but can I maybe just give it a sample?
Yeah, give a sample.
Okay. It was written. The poem is a poignant rumination on how, quote, I can be a delicious lunch, dinner, or breakfast if you're weird. She goes on to describe herself, quote, as a round and flat piece of dough with lots of topping. I am a mouth's best friend. I make you say, yum, yum.
It's amazing how kids know at a young age what they're going to do with their life.
Was that Jerry Seinfeld laughing? Yeah, he would find that shit funny, wouldn't he? So here's the full poem. Okay, I'll read you the whole thing, all right? And just you know, these weird ways that pizzas kind of come up over the years. It's very odd. It's very creepy. Just doesn't make sense, okay? So here it is, right? This is the full poem. It says, I am a pizza. I can be a delicious lunch, dinner, or breakfast if you're weird. I have a great deal of toppings on me. I am round with a flat piece of dough with lots of toppings. I make your mouth water. I'm very good to eat, but I'm fattening. I'm a mouth's best friend. I make you say, yum, yum. I am a pizza. Bit weird, right? Does make you wonder whether that was something that people picked up on. Maybe that was where some of this vernacular, I don't know. Honestly, don't know. Okay. But there's other code words in the Epstein files that have been tied to very strange, unusual, and sometimes disturbing emails, such as candy. Okay. The phrase candy was used a few times. Email from Jed Garland to Jeffrey Epstein. Subject candy. Wanted to come for a second visit on Friday at 2:30. Does that work, or should I tell him next week?
Heaven is on
Candy,
my side.
right? What's the subject about? Just candy. Just wants to come through. Just wants to come through on candy related business,
I think
right?
they're addicted to whatever they got.
Another example
going
of
on
this
at those
came up.
Parties, man.
This one says from Lola Blank to Lola Blank from Jeffrey Epstein. All right, they would have a back and forth. I'll read you the whole thing from the bottom to the top. All right.
Talking about we'll be back
In your
next
opinion,
week?
how is sex related to trust?
That's some crackhead activity.
Epstein
man.
replied, a continuum. She replied, possible. Sorry for the typo sent from my iPhone. Replied, still experimenting, but on a different level. Into me, see? He said, details? Replied, what is your best student? Oh, sorry. I take higher risk in order to have higher return. What is your best student received so far? He replied, bliss. All right. Said, try Faust. This will be hard. Said the deal was worth it. Said, my Mephistopheles. Staring naturally, I try things. If it makes me happy, I do it. And if it doesn't, I don't do it very easily. And I had great sex. Not good enough. Make happy is cheap, like sweet candy. It has to get you thinking. Otherwise, it will all fade quickly. She replied, so girls are like candy? He said, everything is like candy. Sweet, too sweet, chewy, long-lasting, bitter, want more, never again, etc. Replied, says, you are having way too much candy. You want more and more as you get bored by the taste, easier and faster. It's a vicious circle. And Jeffrey Epstein replied, no, if you don't like a candy, it's better to spit it out and try another. You should go back to being a student and stop attempting to philosophize. It's childish. Said, I am being a student. Said, you are having way too much candy. You want more and more and you get bored by the taste, easier and faster. It's a vicious circle. This is not a question. It's a conclusion and a waste of your time. Now, another code word that's come up that people think is very creepy is cream cheese. This one is dark. All right, this is an r/conspiracy. We're going to join. Said, lol, I don't know if cream cheese and baby are on the same level. It's okay. There's still enough time today. I'm trying to schedule priming for 5:30. Fuel explosion for 9:45 p.m. will bring a new engine startup, Leo. And Epstein replied, said, there are millions of babies, very good vegetable cheese. What are that? People saying, oh, I really didn't want to know, but here I am. People saying, this is crazy. There's breast milk eaten out of a baby's intestine. It's like caviar and bull testes. Hey, you asked them, what? Where is this coming? Where is this coming? It's just bizarre. The babies mixed in to ferment the cheese, not like poppy beans pooped out by squirrels or some animal. If you're interested to the history of cannibalism from sustenance to primitive religion, then all religion it seems to reckon now the Holy Communion is totally unnative. This is so disgusting, but I'm going to explain anyway. Basically, there's another document that eating baby flesh tastes like cream cheese with the amount of there's milk in this design, which I was making up. But no one's provided the document. Says, I'm going to be that guy. Does anyone else feel like this food code stuff is well poisoning? He did post the rest of the email where he mentions explicitly dating cream cheese. I'm more bit sure, but I feel like they're trying to send us down the wrong rail. He was saying, I agree with you, it's either well poisoning or delusional confirmation. This is clearly just about being able to source vegetarian cream cheese. People who are starved for actual evidence are jumping to any conclusion they can. Certainly possible to consider this. These are very rich, powerful people who spend way more time talking about the same foods over and over than they talk about the stock market or other business. When they talk about food, they talk about the thing that allegedly made them rich. Maybe they're talking about the thing that made them rich. Most of these food-related emails with this young GF staff personal chef. Every food I've personally read all 3 million pages of you're right. There being more food for the business, but I have my doubts. Saying, this really sounds like babies are good cream cheese separately is also horrific. Some people say baby formula digested then it's to eat. I think that's how they're extracting it. People say eating baby, but maybe there are other methods. One of the emails mentioned taking out their intestines, whilst it was intract. So I reckon these kind of posts are from the DOJ website. Type in the specific phrase, and you'll find it. How it's a baby and how baby cream cheese might not be the same level. Not sure what referring to it could be dismissed as another thing. Now also, the word flesh comes a lot in quite creepy ways. Okay, here an example. I'm going to read it from the bottom upwards so that it comes in. Jeffrey Epstein wrote, does Anne Barney want fish? He replied, he's vegetarian, so no flesh of any kind, smiley face. He replied, okay, even Irish? And actually, Jeffrey Epstein, two dots, okay, he's vegetarian, no flesh of any kind. So they're making little jokes, right? little gaffes. Another message. Do Jeffrey, meet me at class 9:30. So many hot girls promise. Hurry and see 30 between 6 and 7. Then we go macho, okay? Promise an abundance of young flesh of A. Where are we going to stop these folks that have been protected in this thing? It is a disaster. It is a disaster. So the word shrimp came up in quite various ways, and I'll give you extra examples of that too. So the way that it came up is an email that